super exciting to me. But if it comes to the defense and he shores that up a little bit, the defensive metrics are okay to him. So I'd say it's pretty borderline. I'm holding in a couple places where it's a deeper league, but I can understand anybody dropping him because I would never have drafted Leody Taveras, and if Leody Taveras had a 630 OPS right now, I'd be dropping him. So I like Rose a little bit better than some of his ilk, but I can understand it. I mean, it's a very borderline thing, and it points to a failure in fantasy baseball right now, or just a disconnect between fantasy baseball and real baseball, which is that we're so desperate for steals that are basically out of the game, that we hold on to these marginal players, and we have to sometimes because we're just hoping they steal some bases. Like I have Adam Engel on a team. I haven't even dropped him on AL labor because I hope he comes back and steals like 7 bases for me. Can I get 7 bases? Theo's whole thing about making the bags bigger and maybe we have 85 feet baselines. Then maybe the stolen base will come back and then we don't have to roster these kind of players anymore.
Oh, all right. So you guys are both against me, 2-1. Understandably, people in the email not happy either, and we'll talk about some other players we've been too stubborn about in future episodes. But I had a question come in about baseball cards, actually, which is funny since the Topps ad started up this week. But people wanted to know, who do we collect if we're buying cards, or who would we collect if we haven't bought any cards? And obviously, it's pretty clear at this point, right? You guys know I'm collecting Victor Robles. I mean, not like excessively, but let's see. Do I have a Robles here? And I do. Look at that right there. Victor Robles, little 1983 throwback looking thing there. So pretty sweet, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So if he becomes good, this is going to, buy a dinner or something for me someday. But who I want to collect and haven't been able to collect because of cost is Willie Mays. I think the old Willie Mays cards are some of my favorite cards, and I think you go back and look at some of the stuff from the 50s, and it's like buying art in some ways. And I think just because so much of that was lost over time, that just adds so much appeal to me. Like a lot of the stuff I grew up collecting in the late 80s and early 90s, it was way overproduced, and it's so easy to go get that stuff on eBay. I mean, I bought the 89 Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie card last year because I always wanted one. Never got one as a kid. Never got one out of a pack or anything. Couldn't afford it as a kid. Finally bought one. I was like, this is cool, but these are actually pretty easy to get. But you start getting back into Willie Mays and Hank Aaron and the all-time greats from the 50s especially. There's so much less of their stuff out there, and those designs are just iconic. So I feel like you'll never go wrong having a vintage player, inner circle Hall of Famer, all-time great that you want to collect.
Yeah, I'm just so glad it's back because, God, I was such a weird little kid. I'm sure my mom at some point was like, why? My sisters and I would walk to the card shop that was at the center of our town. It's like a 10-minute walk from where we lived. And they were wrapped, so you weren't sure what you were going to get, right? So we would just agonize over it, and then we would trade around depending on our favorite players. And we did that for hockey. We did that for baseball. Those were the 2 big sports that we collected. And then I just kind of stopped. And this past year during COVID, I looked at my collection, and it turns out I've got a lot of really great cards. And I think if I had to go out and get them now, I would make sure I had a Mike Trout card, because I think he's that generational player that you're going to be like, I got to see Mike Trout. So I think I would definitely make sure I had him. I think some of these young guys, this is the time to buy their limited edition cards, right? So that hopefully you go down to spring training and you get it signed. That would be the ideal thing that you would want to do. So I'm not a huge card person now. I can't remember the last time I bought them, but I do think that one of the nice things about COVID and the quarantine was that all of a sudden people are paying attention to the card industry again, which was such a nostalgic thing, right, Derek, for you and me and so many people. Such a big part of growing up and seeing oh, I have this guy's card, or I'll trade you that guy's card, and trying to not bend the edges. That was such a big deal. Nobody wants that card now because it's not in mint condition. I just think it's a great thing to pick back up. Honestly, I should probably go find a card shop near me. But that was just such a great memory of using our allowance And again, my parents were probably like, why do our 4 daughters do this? Why don't they play with dolls? But we just loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah, you know what? The thing now is it's rabid in a way that I don't really remember as a kid, and it's all about these like really high price sets now. You know, NBA Top Shot has done this thing where, and maybe it hasn't done it. Maybe it's just part of an ongoing thing. But like, even the top stuff, you know, some of them are really like expensive. It's not something that like a 6-year-old or 8-year-old is like saving up their allowance for anymore. I saw a thing where you can buy for $5,000. You can buy a box of football cards. And it's guaranteed to have a couple autographs in it, but you might just get like a lineman for the Marlins, the Dolphins. And I remember, you know, a lot of these, like most of these, I actually pulled out a pack. Sometimes I would save up to buy an old pack. And my favorite cards have really cool facial hair.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got Ozzie Smith there.
That's a rookie, I think. And then here's another rookie. He's just smooth as can be.
Yeah, Dave Winfield, nice.
And then look at this stash, dude. Look at that stash.
The Maddox. Yeah, that 87
Wow.
Maddox is a nice one, and the mustache I think is part of the reason why the card's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, but I did. One of my friends did get more into card collecting. I was advising him during COVID, and he asked me to give, and this was before the season started, to give him a list of like rookies or prospects that be maybe underrated versus everybody else. And so, you know, Sixto Sanchez, you know, a lot of those guys, their rookie cards, especially if it's like a special rookie or an auto rookie or whatever, those can get really, really expensive to the point where they'll be more expensive than current stars.
We'll get along beautifully.
Back,
Just
like,
don't touch my
like the Chris
things.
Bryant auto that came out just like, you know, 10 years or whatever years ago.
We will defeat all of our enemies.
Death finds a way.
This is your champion.
Oh man, I hope I got all that on camera.
Remember, eyes on the... Let's go here.
What's up?
There's a heat shield here.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We're not all in the ring. That's how you get cooked.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 1.
I need a shotgun bolt. Guess the champion couldn't keep up. That's what happens when you get too excited.
Friends, there is an extended energy magazine here. Level 3. Here I go. Peacekeeper here.
Peacekeeper here. Shotgun bolt here. Level 2.
Just what I needed.
I need energy ammo.
go this way. Opening fire on the enemy. Contact with hostile. The enemies are shooting at me. Here I go.
Reloading.
We killed the last
Attention.
member.
Hold on,
There
I
is
need
a
to
new
heal.
kill leader.
Reloading.
We've got a minute until the ring closes. If you want it, bag it.
I am repairing myself. Great. The ring is close. Less than a minute. I am repairing myself.
Let's do some shopping. Remember who hooked you up? I've got your back.
Gotta hop
Hey,
up
can
here.
somebody grab that turbocharger?
We've got 30 seconds to get to the next
I
ring.
need to hop up.
If you go down, I'm not
Turbocharger.
gonna... You are coming home with me tonight.
I need to hop up. Turbocharger.
I'll take that.
I changed my mind.
10 seconds. Gotta hop up here. Turbocharger.
It's simple. I thank you. 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 I thank you.
Progress.
We're all outside the ring, and a wall of death is coming our way. I feel good about this care package. Shall we? Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Hey, Loba, can you throw your ult again?
Setting up shop.
Spit. Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
Remember who hooked you up? I've got your back. Mama's got you now.
Activating jump drive.
Who's ready to fly on a zipline? I am.
Half.
Scanning for the next ring. Check your mini-map. Using grapple. Ultimate accelerant here.
I can use that.
Ring countdown.
Extended heavy mag here. Level
Extended
3.
light mag here. Level 3.
Attention, delivering replicator.
Throwing jump drive.
Zipline deployed. Opening fire on the enemy. The enemies are shooting at me. Reloading. Giving my shields a recharge. Repairing. Recharging shields.
Shops open. For VIPs only.
Recharging shields.
My man got a brand new bag.
Shields are recharging. Administering medical aid.
Firing. Grappling.
1 minute until the ring closes, and they're shooting us.
Subject down. Reloading. Healing my wounds.
Recharging my shields.
Great. The ring is close. Less than a minute. I am taking fire, friends. Giving my shield. I am taking fire, friends. Recharging shields.
Getting shot. Reloading.
Reload.
Recharging shields.
Repairing. Let's go this way.
We've got 10 seconds. I hate to say it, but looting time. Jump drive set.
Getting shot at.
I am taking fire, friends. Fire.
My vision is clear. My vision is clear. My vision is clear. Recharging shields.
Attention, delivering care package.
Incoming care package. Get ready. It's zipline time.
Dead and waiting. I have a subject in view. Far off.
Firing. I am taking fire, friends.
Target down.
Giving my shields a recharge. I am repairing myself.
Jump drive in position.
Reloading. I killed an enemy.
Healing.
Administering medical aid. I need health.
I am repairing myself.
Subject spotted. There.
Syringe here.
Welcome to
I
the
thank
shop.
you.
I've got just the thing for you. I see someone over there.
Healing my wounds.
Repairing.
Nice choice. You've got.
Target spotted here. Firing.
Giving my shields a recharge.
A second.
One.
Recharging shields.
Let's move this way. Grapple. Defending this area sounds good to me.
Independent variable added. Subject spotted. There. Moving in to attack there.
Zipline deployed. Zipline here. Another squad attacking.
A second squad is firing at us.
Recharging shields.
Shields are recharging.
Repairing my damages. Incoming.
Preparing to
Recharging my shield.
Opening fire on the enemy. Using grapple.
introducing a new variable.
Repairing my damages.
Recharging shields.
Recharging shields.
Introducing a new variable.
Anyone up for some shopping?
Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
My favorite kind of loot. The kind that's all mine.
Spotted one. I have a subject in view. Subject spotted here.
I see an enemy.
The enemies are shooting at me.
Squad is firing at us.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Put down me.
I'm taking fire, friends. Don't worry, I'm here. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. The ring's close.
Reloaded. Recharging shields. Reloading. Gas trap deployed. Whole squad wiped. One less variable to consider, so they know they're killer.
The ring's close. 10 seconds. I am repairing myself.
Shooting. Time's up, and we're not in the ring. Move now. Enemy down.
Grappling.
Evo shield here. Level 5.
Enemy that way.
Administering medical aid.
More friends are coming to you. I am down. Enemy taken down. Help.
Administering medical aid. We lost one. Pity.
I looted our teammate's banner. Taking fire. I'm down.
is within close proximity. 45 seconds left. The final 2 squads. 30 seconds. The ring is near.
Back from the sky. Hostile right here.
They downed me.
10 seconds. The ring is fairly close. Recharging shields. Shields are recharged. The ring's moving,
You
friends.
should smile.